Good morning kids. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing great at your home. I am Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education. Now see kids, what we have done in the last session. I hope you have remembered. That is, we have done the textual exercise of lesson number 1. Right? It means that we have completed lesson number 1. Now we are moving to the next chapter. As you know that before I start the explanation, the first session of this new chapter will be of vocabulary words, or you can say hard words. Right? Hard words and its meaning with its picture. Right? So today in the first session of chapter number 2, we are going to see the hard words of this chapter. I hope you all are ready. Right? So let us start.
So kids, we are starting with new chapter. That is chapter number 2, Useful Features in Word 2016. Now, Word is a word processing software. So in this chapter, we are going to learn Microsoft Word 2016 version, right? And some features of it, that how can we do some page setup, what is the meaning of header and footer, all that things we will learn, right? I will also show you practically in the laptop, so that if you have that laptop or a computer at your home, you can take a practice of it, right? But as you know, before we start the explanation portion, we have to start with the vocabulary words. So let's start with the vocabulary words. The first one is synonyms. How will you pronounce it? Synonyms. Now, kids, this is the English word. That means it is also used in English language, English subject. Synonyms means having similar meaning, right? The way you are learning meanings in different language like Hindi, Gujarati and English, right? So that is known as what? Synonyms, right? Here the example is like home is also known as house. So home and house is known as what? Synonyms of each other. Why? Because they both are having similar meaning. So that is our first word. Moving to the next one, that is antonyms, right? Which is totally opposite to the previous one. Antonyms means having opposite meaning. The way you are learning the meanings or the synonyms of each other in Hindi, Gujarati and English, same way you are also learning antonyms, right? That means opposite words to each other. For example, in, out, right? What is the meaning of in? You know. But its opposite meaning, or you can say its opposite word is what? It is out. So these words are considered as what? Antonyms of each other. Clear? Next, it is proofing. What is that? Proofing. Now kids, you may have heard this word, right? Like the way you are watching many of the advertisements, especially in a monsoon season, they are giving us the advertise of waterproofing, right? So proofing means what? To do double check, right? Say for example, in the exam you are writing a paper. So before submitting your paper, right, you are just checking that paper again. So what is that? It is known as proofing, right? So see the meaning, to check or to verify. So when we are doing the proofing, we can come to know that if we have made any mistake or not, right? So proofing is that, to check or to verify. Clear? Next, it is insert. What is that? Insert. Now we know the meaning of insert. Insert means to put something, right? But here we have to understand the insert in terms of computer language, right? Say for example, you are making a document in which you also want to add some pictures, right? Sometimes you are getting worksheets having pictures and letters together. So what is that? The inserting process to put something. So the meaning of insert is to place an object between two other objects, right? That means your two friends are sitting, but you just want to sit in between them, right? So what is that? It is inserting, right? Inserting characters, words, paragraph and document is common in word processing, right? You are writing one or two sentences, but then you forgot that you have not written a one word. So what will you do? Between that two words you will put that new words, you will write that new word. So that procedure is known as what? Inserting, right? That can be done in the document as well, right? And here in this chapter we are learning about the word processing software called MS Word, right? So this we are going to use for the documents making. Clear? Now kids, you may have seen that we have completed 3-4 meanings, but till now you don't have seen any of the picture. Actually, this chapter does not have too much pictures, right? Wherever it is there, you will see, right? So now we are moving to the next word. It is navigation. Okay kids, have you seen a mobile? Yes, of course you do, right? But you have also seen Google Map, right? But have you used it? If you have seen or if you have used it, you'll come to know that they are giving us direction to go, right? Suppose from one place you want to go to some other place and you don't know exactly the address. So you will write that address in the Google Map, right? And Google Map will show you the direction that you have to go straight or you have to take turn to left side, turn to right side. So what is that? That is navigation. But here for computer, see, with a computer, navigation refers to the act of opening and moving through computer menus, right? That means you are opening certain menu and in that menu you are going to choose some kind of a option. So what is that? It is navigation. See, like the start menu in Windows, opening software programs or viewing files in Windows Explorer, right? Opening also and moving also. Here you can see in the picture that the folders are being moved, right? A recycle bin and one is the another folder which is moving. So what is that moving procedure known as? It is known as navigation. See the picture, you can see it clearly, right? That they are changing their place. So opening method and moving method in the computer is known as navigation. Clear? Fine. Moving further. Next one is replace. Replace you know only because it is also a term which we are using in our English language. Replace means to change the place or to change the object. So see here the meaning. In computer, replace is a command that is used to replace one or more existing computer files or add new files, right? That means suppose you have made a one file, you have saved it with a one name, right? But again you are making some new file and again you are saving with the common name, that means similar name, so that it will give you a message that it is already existing. That means the name of that file, it is already there. If you want to change the name or if you want to replace the file, right? So if you are choosing the option according to that, it will replace the file. So replacing means yes, adding new files और replacing the existing file, जो पहले से फाइल है उसको replace करना, right? The way you are replacing certain stuff, right? जैसे आपने मार्केट से कुछ खरीदा है बट वो अच्छा नहीं है तो आप क्या करते हो, उसको replace करवाने जाते हो, right? So that is called as what? Replace. And replace is also a one command in computer. Clear? Next, page setup. Now kids, have you seen a printed paper? Any of the document or any of the picture or any of the graph, if you have taken out a printer, right? If you have taken out a print, I'm sorry, but it means that it has a certain setup. The way your notebook is having a margin, right, or columns, same way in computer we can also set up a margin and columns so that when we are taking a print we can come to know that how it will look like, right? So see the meaning of it. The set of software choice, right? For example, the size of the pages or size of the margins that allow user to decide how the page will look like when it is printed. That means I want a small printed copy or I want a large copy. According to that, I will set the margin in a computer so that it will give me the proper result. There are certain menus in a computer which will allow us to set up the margin. The way, जैसे आपको बुक में अगर टेबल्स लिखने हैं तो you will make bigger columns, और अगर आपको कुछ छोटी ABCD लिखनी है then you will make small columns. So what is that? Setting up. So that settlement can be also done in a computer with the help of a one menu known as page setup. Right? See here the picture. It's a simple picture. You can see that on the top it is written page setup and many of the options are given like margins, orientation, papers and preview. Right? So after setting up all the options, when you will see in the preview, you will see that it is making the change. That means that preview, जो भी preview है जब आप print निकालोगे वैसी ही निकलेगी. Right? So that is what setting up of the page, which is also known as page setup. Clear? Next, it is built-in options. Built-in options, right? The meaning of it is computer programs that are built into a computer and available automatically when the computer is switched on, right? Say for example, if you will open the computer, that means not like the opening the whole components of the computer, but you are switching on the computer. You can see there are certain icons on the desktop in which this PC, recycle bin, Google Chrome, right? These all are the common icons. So what is that? They are built-in option. पहले से ही computer के अंदर होते हैं. Right? So the things or the options which are available in the computer from the beginning, they are known as built-in option. Right? Examples include the word processor, spreadsheet, and graphic programs that are built into most desktop terminals. Right? Word processing software, which we have seen only. Animation software, or you can say spreadsheet software, they all are already available in the computer, and when you switch on the computer it is ready to work, right? So they are considered as what? Built-in option. Clear? Let's go to the next. It is placeholders, right? It has also a English meaning where the places are being held, right? किसी के लिए जगह बचा के रखना. That is known as what? Placeholder. See, placeholder is also called as dummy text or filler text. It is a character, word or string of characters that temporarily holds the place to the final data. Right? That means when you are searching something on web browser, so you are writing in a Google Chrome that I want images of mountain. राइट. सो जब तक आप उसको सर्च करते हो, डाउनलोड करते हो, तब तक वो रहेगा, फिर वो चले जाएगा. सो व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज अ टेम्पररी फाइल. सो दैट टेम्पररी फाइल इज एक्चुअली keeping a place in your computer. So what is that known as? That temporary file is taking a place in a computer, which is placeholder. Clear? Next. Thesaurus. How will you pronounce it? Thesaurus. Right? It is Thesaurus. Thesaurus. Right? What is the meaning of it? See. The Thesaurus is a software tool that is used in the Microsoft Word document to look up, that means to find, synonyms, that means words with the same meaning, and antonyms, words with the opposite meaning for the selected word. That means, kids, you have typed a one paragraph, right, in which you have used different words, but some of the words are such which is having similar meaning or opposite meaning. So if you want to find out that synonyms, that means similar meaning words or opposite meaning words, then there is a one tool in the Microsoft Word that we will see practically कि उसको कैसे use किया जाता है. But understand that if you want to find out the synonyms and the antonyms from the document, you can use this tool or software, that is Thesaurus, right, which will give you the quick result. So we don't have to read that paragraph again and again to find out the synonyms and antonyms, right? Say for example, in a one paragraph you have written a one statement that this is beautiful day, right? And then after certain lines you have written that pretty days, right? So beautiful and pretty are what? They are synonyms of each other. So when you will use this tool Thesaurus, it will find out that beautiful, pretty are what? They are having similar meaning. So they are, yes, synonyms. Same way it will also help you to find out the antonyms, right? Like in and out, big and small, right? So but if we want to find out this, first we have to select the text. पूरा document select करना पड़ेगा, then only this tool will work, otherwise it will not work. Clear? So again I am repeating its pronunciation, that is Thesaurus. Clear? Next. Header, right? Header has different meaning in a sports also and in computer also. Header means heading, right? The way you are giving heading to each and every chapter when it starts, like chapter number 1, the title of the chapter and the date on which it was started. So what is that? It is header. See, a header is the top margin of each page, right? When you open your book, you can see on the top there is a margin. So that margin is considered as what? Header, where you are writing the headings, right? So that is known as header. Next, heading of every page in the document, right? It's a very simple, easy meaning that header means top margin, and it is also known as a heading of every page, right? Next, it is footer. What is that? It is footer, which means a footer is the bottom margin of each page. If you will observe your notebook, right, bottom margin where it is written teacher's sign, right, that margin is known as what? Footer, right? Now header and footer in a computer, especially in a Word, how it works? See, headers and footers are also useful for including materials that you want to appear on every page of a document, such as your name, the title of the document, or page number. That means I have typed a document having 10 pages, right? So on every page I want to give heading, that is computer subject, right? Heading I want to give, so I will write that in a header portion, right? top portion, and below I want to write the page number, that means footer. Right, so if I have inserted that thing in a one page, it will be automatically inserted into other pages. So header and footer will save our time so that we don't have to write it again and again in each and every page. Right, so that was footer and header. I hope you are clear with. Next, now kids, as you know that we are moving to certain software understanding, so all the software will be having shortcut keys. That means you don't have to use the mouse if you know the shortcut keys, right? Because it will save your time. So in this chapter also there are certain magic keys, or you can say shortcut keys. So one by one we will see that. The first is F7, which is for grammar check. Right, if you are writing a one paragraph on your own, खुद से लिख रहे हो, अपने आप लिख रहे हो, right, किसी भी book में देखे बगैर, so chances are there that you may make grammar mistake. So if you want to check whether you have done that mistake or not, so what will you do? First you will select that paragraph, whole paragraph, and then you will press F7. So wherever there is a mistake, it will appear, it will flash. Right, so F7 is the shortcut key for checking the grammar. Right, next key, that is Shift plus F7. That means you have to press two keys together. Right, so if you will press Shift and F7 together, it will activate Thesaurus. And we know what is the meaning of Thesaurus. That means it will find the synonyms and antonyms from the paragraph. Right? But the condition is that you have to press two keys together. But which two keys? Shift plus F7. Right? मतलब shift को दबा के रखना है और साथ में F7 दबाना है. Right? The third key is Control plus F. CTRL means control key. So when you are pressing control and F together, right, and if you want to find out certain text, matlab you have written 10 pages but you have forgotten that one paragraph where you have written, you are searching some paragraph but you don't know where it is. So what will you do? You will press control and F together so that it will open a one kind of a box in which you can write the text. कि તમારે આ ટેક્સ્ટ ગોતવી છે, so cursor will automatically go to that place. Right, so control plus F is to find the text. Next, control plus H, that means these two keys together are for find and replace the text. Right, we know that we have made certain mistake, so I just want to remove a beautiful word from the paragraph and at that place I want to keep a pretty word. Right, तो जहाँ जहाँ पे भी beautiful होगा वहाँ पे replace क्या हो जाएगा? Pretty. Right, so that can be done with the help of the magic key called Control plus H. Right, there are so many shortcut keys, but according to your grade and this chapter we have to study these many keys. Okay. So kids, that was our vocabulary words and shortcut keys. I hope you have understood it. Okay?
Okay kids, so as we have completed the hard words of this chapter, right? In the next session, we are going to start the explanation of this chapter. But before I end my session over here, I just want to say one thing, that if you have any query regarding the words, कि उसको कैसे बोलना है, what is the meaning of a particular words, you will go through this video again. We will meet next time. Till that time, please stay at home, stay safe. Bye bye.